selling cocaine, trailer park king, ultimate cracker. He can feel a thing, he can feel a thing, he can feel a thing. His name is Bobby, all the haters wanna rob me. They think they're gonna top me in your dreams. I've got everything you need, my pockets are full of cream. You don't want beef, that's not what you want with me. And if you do, bring it to me. I stay with it on me, I stay with it on me. Just a southern boy taking care of my mama. I've got kids to feed, you don't want no drama. I'm just a good old boy like my granddaddy taught me. I'm a good old boy like my granddaddy taught me. White dude selling cocaine, trailer park king, ultimate cracker. He can feel a thing, he can feel a thing, he can feel a thing, he can feel a thing. He can feel a thing, he can feel a thing, he can feel a thing, he can feel a thing. White dude selling cocaine, trailer park king, ultimate cracker. He can feel a thing, he can feel a thing, he can feel a thing. His name is Bobby.
Good morning. How's everyone doing today? Yeah, short little intro. Got coffee made. I know, a little late, as usual, but working on it. Trying to get there. I said 8 a.m., and, well, we're pretty close to that, so especially considering how long we're going to go today. So, good morning, everybody. I was glad to be here. Glad to see you guys all in here. We got Adam, Scott, Josh, Kathy. Welcome, guys. We got Jedi, Sindragon. How's it going, everybody? You guys, you're addicted to Ketamine Crusader. Yeah, it's that one came out pretty fucking great. I'm really happy with how that one turned out. Maybe we'll do a little bit more with it. I know we need to generate some more music for later in the episode as we get past the opening sequence. So we'll see what we do. But yeah, generally, I don't know. I'm having a great time making everything. Also, this morning I did release the let me find it, and boom. Boom. For those that have not seen it somehow, there is also the Lobsters for Money track there that you can watch the EDM version. I'm sure everybody is currently watching has probably seen it, but if you haven't, check it out. There's some extra lore that I slapped in there just to make the video a little bit more fun to watch, as usual with Veo 3 Fast being free. It is so much fun to be able to just make things happen. I don't know. I put that together in about an hour. I'll go through the creative process, the creative process of how I made that episode, just so that you guys can see kind of where I was coming from on it. So I wanted to have a quick thing where it just revealed the car and is like a car show. This one worked. The rest of these were just kind of shit. Like I think it was this one. I was like, okay, but it just, I don't know. That one, it could have worked if it didn't have the music in front of it. This just worked as it was, so that's what made the intro. I wanted to have like a car nerd shot of everything in here so that we could have like that, and then obviously driving. And I didn't want to just have it driving. We did need a mechanical lobster. I was really dumb and I couldn't think of animatronic lobster at the time when I did it. But we got that. Tectone, funny of him dancing on the car. Cool, let's do it. I wanted to have a James Bond type scene of it being like a super spy car and becoming a submarine. And a lot of the generations, like, okay, that one worked. This one I think worked. And then there's another. Yeah, this just turned it into just a straight up fucking submarine. So it was just trying to make it work, but it came out looking goofy, so I kept it. It was great. Trucker, how's it going, dude? Mad Dog, Jamie, how's it going, guys? And then I just thought, okay, what would be funny to see a fucking Honda Odyssey do it? So, fucking NASCAR, of course. If we could get if somebody out there takes a Honda Odyssey and does this to it, you get 1 million internet points, because that is something. That is fucking something. Sting, of course, 100% going to happen. 100% going to happen. I said, okay, let's have it be a fucking NASCAR. Why not? Fuck it. And then what else can we do? All right, it crashes into the Curiosity rover on Mars. It's outside the Weenie Hut Jr. just for a short little clip. It's a fucking monster truck. And then we got into the lore of having. I'll pull up the resolve thing really quick so you can see the edits. But yeah, so we did the we had him getting out of the van after he had a good time with all of those lobsters. What else? Oh, and then we had to reference one of the best parts about the whole fucking thing, which was the afro. Right, so we put on the afro, and then we did the different scenes of him walking out. Now, in the... Where did it go? There it is. I don't know how many people caught it, but in here, let's turn this down just a bit so it doesn't blow people's fucking ears out. So, the way I did it here is I was trying to do a bunch of different cuts. And I wanted to do it just to show how many times that he's fucked lobsters and used the afro to get out. So, that was the original intention. And then his celebration every time that he gets back and all the empty cigarette cartons and milk jugs. That's what I was going for. I don't know if it really came through well, but you know what? It is what it is. Yeah, that was a great time. I had a lot of fun making that. So all of this was done in about, from the generations to the edits, it took about an hour or so. So, yeah, it's wild. Scout, how's it going? Chris, the Honda Odyssey fight scene. Oh yeah, no, it's something. Yeah, I figured some people got it. Some people probably went right over their heads. I was trying to have it drive along the rings of Saturn because I thought that would just be like, what is even happening at this point? It wasn't. It wasn't understanding it, or it's like, okay, the rings of Saturn, right? But where the fuck is Saturn? It doesn't. With AI, it just doesn't. There's some things that it understands. There's some things that it doesn't. For example, the fried chicken Stargate. We're going to make the fried chicken Stargate. It's gonna happen, but it's just how it takes things. And then with Saturn, it just is a space nerd. This also like it's not right. It's not right. So we just went flying through a fucking asteroid field. That's what we're gonna do. Honda Odyssey has to turn into merch. Yeah, no, we're gonna do a lot of stuff with merch. I don't know if we'll get to it today because we got a lot of work to do on the next episode. So let me do open recent. Okay, so I'm gonna put this on, and we'll kind of remind people of where we kind of stopped. Casey, how's it going? AI knows nothing about space. Yeah, it's so frustrating. The AI doesn't understand any of that, but it is what it is. Okay. I also had a late night thought. So let me play the intro or the first section of the intro really quick, and then I want to explain my thought, and then you guys can tell me if it works or if we just want to leave it out. So let's play this first section. We still need to get the scene of Sir Beast getting punched or something. So here we go. Oh, also, preface. Anybody that does not want spoilers, this is your, I guess, really only warning for now that if you don't want to be spoiled to the madness that's going to be happening in this episode and you want to experience it for the first time blind, this is your chance to leave the stream. Yes, I know that is 100% me telling people do not watch the stream, but if you do not want spoilers, you should not be here. Just saying. Just saying. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. We're going to watch the first part of the intro, and then I'll explain my idea. And I get it. We're making the intro crazy long, but it's worth it.
I am here at Akon City, digging wells for thousands of people to get water and building a school for misfit Wakanda youth.
I'm in the legendary new Wakanda Youth Center. Let me show you what we have cooking up in here.
I found this legendary door that no one told me about, and let's see what's inside. Make sure to like and subscribe. Guys, I have the legendary N-Box, I think. What the fuck is this thing?
So these guys just showed up. They aren't part of my film crew, no idea where they came from. I think I see someone in charge.
I'm Kanye, and this is a gay Mexican. We are the new Nazi party, and I demand you give me the N-Box.
Okay. So at this point, and I don't know if I want to have it in the beginning or if I want to cut it here, but in season 2, episode 1, Speed had the box. So I wanted to do a brief little history tangent that explains the box and how it got there. And it's going to be just a collection of scenes, and then it's going to have a Hasidic Jew green screened out that's going to be explaining what's going on. And so, like in the bottom right, like I was having with Peggy and Charlie. So I'm thinking that we would do like a very brief segment of that explaining the N-Box and why and how it got to Akon City. Or we can just leave it. Oh. Kathy, yep, thank you. Of the AI vid. Yeah. Sorry about that. Will Honda N-Box make an appearance? No. Okay, so it's really a question of, do we explain why the N-Box is in Akon City in Africa when the last time they saw it was Speed using it to win a horse race or a horse girl race in Texas? Do we want to explain that, or you just want to say, I don't know how the fuck it got there? Yeah. I just updated the volume. There's only one. Yes, there is only one N-Box. That's also why they were at KFC, because the K-Box, the F-Box, and the C-Box. So, only one N-Box. Yep. Just magically appeared. Okay, cool. I like the idea of maybe it's a scam, but we'll figure it out. Wouldn't even mention how it got there. Okay, all right. I just had the idea of doing a really, really retarded explanation of how it got there. That's kind of where I was going. Okay, so we have 1 or 2 scenes to fill out here of Sir Beast getting punched in the face, at getting the end box stolen, and then we have the victory, and then we're going to work on the intro credits for the episode and getting the intro song, selecting the right intro song. So here we go. This is the madness, and yes, I did increase the volume. So this is the madness that we came up with yesterday.
Finally, the end box is mine!
Sergeant D. Ildo, go make the Underground Railroad summoning circle.
Where did you get that battery from?
Harvested from the ceiling bird. Duh. All right, men. Me and this gay fish are gonna take the Underground Railroad. The rest of you, go to Egypt.
These dudes be wildin'. They can't even be bothered to pick this shit. Always happens in the Underground Railroad.
Wait, what? Welcome to the Underground Railroad, bitch.
Hold on. That a little quieter. Sorry.
Bitch, declare your whitey. This is my gay Mexican cat boy. This is the Underground Railroad. Us black Israelites founded this shit when we built the pyramids. We can use the soul train to travel around the world. All of us colored folk can use it freely, but we gotta vouch for whitey. That's our ride, cat boy. Let's get crack-a-lackin'. Get the fuck on the train, cat boy, bitch.
I'm Captain B-Dick, and I run this motherfucker. I can't believe I went from Soul Plane to Soul Train.
Man, this is some bullshit. I didn't realize the new Nazi party was all about hating whitey.
You ain't whitey, you a Mexican.
Choo-choo, motherfuckers! I got a schedule to keep!
And then grand entrance cut into intro. So, yeah, the backwards, we're keeping backwards. We are keeping backwards. Was Asmon's character inspired by Party Boy 69? Yes, 100%. So, real quick on that, when I first generate the very first generations that I did, it worked out okay and it looked good, but the problem is I wanted to. Let me actually do this really quick. Let's go on a deep dive back into time to show some of the first generations that I did and actually how that evolved. We'll explain that. Come on, stop fucking buffering, you piece of shit. It would be this one. Yeah. So yeah, May 28th was the first generations that I ever did. And we're just going to go all the way back in time. If it lets me. God damn, dude. It's taking forever. Yeah, a lot of these practice generations to try and get things done. The Gooners United fucking party. Yeah. Trying different styles like claymation and shit. Holy fuck, dude. Yeah, and all of this was before it was free, so this is all me just testing things out and seeing what works. Yeah, there's episode 4 stuff. Yeah, episode 4. Sorry, give me a minute. We're going. Yeah, more episode 4. So originally, his design was pretty simple. His design was a thin. Okay, we're getting closer. There's like a thin, balding dude, and I just had a very, very simple character for like what he looked like and who he was. And over time, I expanded on it, and I expanded on it because I really wanted to see where I could take things. We're going to go all the way back to the very first generations that I did so that we can understand what's up. No. Oh, Orkin's here. Oh, no, that's fine. No. That's fine. Asmongold Lego? Yeah. There's Lego. There's all sorts of different styles and stuff that are on here. There's Veo can do so much more than what people think. It's actually really impressive as to what it can do. Yep, there's the...
Holy shit, you worked at Twitch? Just kidding, I don't care. Don't put bombs in the chicken, you Haji-loving jackass.
Yep, there's some of the first ones there. And so this was just exploring what it could do. There was nothing really crazy that I was thinking of. It was just trying to make fun of various things in the moment. Making fun of Marathon, making fun of flipping patties. Here we go. This is kind of the one that made me want to generate
How do you
more.
like flipping patties, you fucking Funko Pop moose knuckle. How did you find your way out of your dad's balls?
So that was the first one where I was like, all right, cool. We can make something out of this. We're almost to the bottom. Almost to the bottom. We're talking about the creative process of Veo and how we got to where we are now. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. We're all the way at the bottom. I know. We'll do this brief little tangent, and then we're going to go all the way back. Orkin trying to kill. No, they're outside trying to clear the wasp nests that are starting to form. And then there's a gaggle fuck of spiders and ants that need to die, so they're taking care of it. Okay. Very first generations that I got. The claymation looked good. It kind of did. All right. Can you only make 8-second clips with Veo? You can only make 8-second clips with Veo. The exception to that, and I'll show you real quick. You can do extended with Veo 3 now. Of okay. Okay. All right. That's okay. Sorry for that. The brief interruption. Am I streaming on Kick? I am streaming on Kick. Lickers? I absolutely am. Some people are over there. Actually, let me check if Kick is up, because it should be. Yep, it's up. There are some of you guys over there, and I greatly appreciate it. Anyways, okay. Rude Vander. Let me show you what you can do here. What you can do in Veo 3. You have your scene. So we have our scene play out.
Harvested from the ceiling bird. Duh.
Okay, and then you can take a screen cap of this. I use VLC to, you could right click in VLC, go to video, and take a snapshot of the video. And then you can import that into Veo as the first frame when you're doing your generation. The problem when you do that is there is a noticeable quality decrease, but by doing that,
all right, men.
You can create something that looks seamless, but the further you go in that generation chain, the worse it looks. But you can get it to continue to generate. I know there's also Scene Builder that allows you to extend a scene. It does not work that well, and it does work, but it also does not abide. It doesn't generate audio, so you can't really do that. Yeah. So it's a lot. Okay, so we're gonna look at the first generations and how I actually got started generating the things. So this is actually an image that I had. I had generated this a while ago. I think I generated this in like 2022, something like that. So very, very early for AI generation. This then got a creative upscale using OpenArt AI last year. So it was updated to look a little bit better. And I just wanted to see, okay, let's have it drive. Right, so that was not from nothing but an image, just an image that I had generated. I put it in there. I had zero expectations as to what was going to happen, and that's what it came up with. Pretty fucking cool. And I'm really happy, or I was really happy that I was able to do that. But then I got to thinking, one of my favorite shows of all time. Well, okay, I don't want to say of all time, but one of my favorite comedies. In recent memory is The Thick of It. It is a British comedy that makes fun of the UK government over a number of seasons, and I think it's fucking hilarious. Humor is not for everybody, but The Thick of It is great. Malcolm Tucker is great, and so I wanted to see, okay, it can generate sound effects. All right, cool, we can do that. What can it do with voice lines? And so the original prompt that I had was American version of Malcolm Tucker from The Thick of It berating a warehouse employee for being an epic fuck up with an explicit, insulting rant. Did not really work, but it made me want to try and see if I could get some more out of it.
You're an absolute fuck-up, a monumental disaster, and you couldn't organize a piss-up in a brewery.
Like, okay, I guess it's kind of Malcolm Tucker-esque, but it wasn't what I was looking for. But I wanted to see what else I could make it say. And so the first right here was me just explaining he's berating a McDonald's employee flipping a burger patty. Who used to be a game developer, for being an epic fuck up and insulting rant, right? So I didn't change this. Best practice would have been to change that, but didn't know that back then. And then heavy use of profanity, make sure to include flip that patty, bitch. So,
Flip that patty.
like this one wasn't that funny, but this one.
Flip that patty. Flip that patty, bitch.
So that made me think, okay, that's pretty good. Where did I change the script? I think it was here.
Flip that patty. Flip that patty, bitch. How are you the one to make it out of your dad's balls?
Should have ended up a stain on the mattress.
Okay, so me playing with the verbiage, trying to get it out there. There's also a bunch of failed generations where it didn't like what I was trying to get it to say, so these are the ones that actually made it through. Here we simplified what it was.
Flip that patty. Flip that patty, bitch. How did you find your way out of your dad's balls?
And that right there, that was the winner. But then I thought to myself, okay, if I'm making this, it's kind of depressing, if we're being completely honest. It is kind of depressing that it's a corporate suit talking shit to a McDonald's employee. It didn't really feel right. So then it's like, okay, so what if it was, at this point, at this exact moment is when I remembered the put the fries in the bag meme that Asmon kept putting on his stream at that time. And so I thought, okay, so what if it's Asmongold as a McDonald's manager that has to, that's end of, streaming's dead. He's done. He needs something to do. And so he's now managing ex-developers at a McDonald's. So that's where we started going down the rabbit hole of, we started with this. I didn't like how it came out. And then I thought, well, we're making fun of people we're making fun of frogs, so let's put them in frog suits. And that's how it started. That's how everything fucking started. You know, you have a simple concept, expand on it, keep working on it, seeing what you can do before you get to the one clip that makes you really take off. So, yeah, it's crazy. That's wild that you sat down and explained the Menace Crew lore to somebody. That's crazy. ZOMG. What do I use for start frame gen? Okay, so to do that, it's actually in Veo. Inside of Flow, you'll go to frames to video. And then your first frame that's here, you're just going to choose or upload your first frame or generate your first frame. And then you'll go from there and it'll create off of that. So that's the best way you can make that happen. Veo 3 does not support first frame and last frame, so you can't really do that. It also does not abide by, and maybe it does now, I'm just not using it as much as I probably should, but it also does have these different camera options. They don't truly work very well. Ooh. They don't work very well with Veo 3. So that's what you can do. Don't know what I expect you to look like, yet sometimes you feel like you should have known. Well. Expected the glorious spirit. So you use Veo 3 to generate the starting frame image. I do not. So if I want to generate something, I use OpenArt.ai because let's go here. All right, so the reason I use OpenArt.ai is, let's move this over just a hair. Right here, where I can choose model or character, I can choose any model that exists, and I'm just using credits in order to do that. Some of these are really good. Seedream is really great just because it's very unrestricted with its filters. It's also why I'm pretty sketchy about actually making something on stream with Seedream. We did that to make this album art, so that happened. But yeah, if you want to have a really good way to make your first frame, and you want to do it with this, I would highly recommend doing Seedream. Pretty good. If I had thought about it, I probably would have taken the which one did I use? I think it was this one. I would have taken this image, fed it into Veo, and then created an animated like outro that uses that, so that the title cards and shit are on there. So that's what I could have done. I didn't. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that you can do. That's what I would personally recommend. Okay. So the ultimate question was, why did it turn into Party Boy 69? So I use Suno exclusively. Suno is super good. We're gonna use Suno here in a few minutes. So we're gonna scroll up. Where did the transformation happen? It happened in a different one. Anyways, I was playing with Veo, and I wanted to see, okay, what else can it do? I then used it to create a DJ scene, because I wanted to say, okay, can it actually create like a nightclub? Like, what does it understand? What can it make? What's possible with Veo? And so, yeah, there's this fucking phase that he went through. Yep, that's from episode 3. Yep, that was for the riots. And part of episode 2. Yep, episode. I forgot about that. Anyways, yeah, I tried doing a DJ scene. So in the very first episode where he's in the nightclub, very first time that I generated that, had no expectation of what it would look like, how it would come out. I just did it, and so I thought, okay, what else can I add to his character to make him look more ridiculous? Can Veo actually put a pattern of 69 on a shirt and have it actually make sense? Sure as fuck it did. Can it do a New Balance shoe? Sure as shit it fucking did. Can it do 69 pattern on like a kingly coat? Abso-fucking-lutely. And so I just kept upping the ante and going more and more crazy. And the reason that I went with the New Balance shoe is because it was so fucking off the wall. And that was what Party Boy used to always have around his neck. I was just like, let's just see if it can happen. So a lot of it was just playing and seeing, hey, can it generate this? Can it make this? And every time it did. And it fucking shocked me every time that it did. Like the fact that... Yeah, okay, so here's some of the early gens. Okay, so just real quick, this scene right here, the fact that AI... We have, I'll play it in a second, but just think about this for a second before I play it, so that you're looking for the different elements. It generated the main character that I described. It put the pattern of the shirt that I wanted, the N on the tie. Yep, we all know what that stands for. And it didn't do the chain. It didn't do the chain this time, but it did do the shirt. It did do the crowd win frog costumes. And then I made these pixel art billboard or the pixel art screens, which I did say froggy animated pixel art. So I was able to get all of this in the scene, and when I saw this, I was like, "Holy shit! This can do something. This can really get somewhere." So yeah, and then it generated the audio, it made the music, it did all of that in these original ones. I didn't actually start importing the Suno stuff until later. But here, I'm gonna play this really quick. So the fact that AI, when I saw that, and this is in May when I created this, right? Think about it. Think about how AI in January of this year couldn't understand fingers and hands. And now we're at the point where it can make shit like this. And it was just wild that generated. Like I was just beyond amazed. Or it didn't understand what a Chipotle looked like.
You know, I get asked a lot, hey, Zach, how do you afford Chipotle so often? And I reply, bitch, look at my chains before ordering extra queso.
Right? But it's clean. For AI shit, this is clean. Things have gotten a little bit better from other models, but it's still it's genuinely impressive. It genuinely is extremely impressive for what it can do. Where was the first DJ scene? Because that wasn't. Here we go. So this is the original first DJ scene where I just wanted to see if it could make it. So we went from that, and then we kept upping the ante and making more and more. And this, I thought, hey, is that just a fluke? Is that the only thing that happened? And so then we kept going. Again, the music in the background, 100% generated by Veo. All the sound effects, everything, all generated by Veo. They don't sound awful. They actually sound decent. Like it sounds like a snippet from a decent set. It doesn't sound like just pure garbage. Sometimes it does generate garbage, so don't get me wrong. It does genuinely do that, but still impressive. Let's see. Yeah, Dance with the Roaches. Oh yeah, no, it's crazy. Nux did upload his reaction to YouTube, so you can watch that. And then on Bloodrunks, he also on Bloodrunks channel. He reacted to his trailer, so he has seen both of them, and it's on the Nux Taku channel for the episode reaction, so it's there. So Christopher, that's actually what I originally wanted. I wanted to have it be like legitimate truck nuts, but it didn't work. Instead, it had the words on there, so that's what I've stuck with. Originally, I did actually genuinely want it to actually generate truck nuts. It never did. So Bloodrunks was starving while Nux was away. Yeah, but yeah, this is all from the beginning of all of it. There was. So then I wanted to say, okay, can I understand drum and bass? Can I understand different styles? And it kind of does. It has to be very mainstream for a channel, or for a for what it is. But still, the animations in the background just they blow me away. That it understands the placement, and the camera's moving, but it's still understanding that it's a static object. It's fucking wild to me that it happens. Tectone said he wanted the chain. Yeah. I need to find out how to get that done. We got to figure it out. Okay, cool. So all of that is done. But that's kind of how I got started, and that's how the whole Party Boy thing came about. Last night I did try and see if I could get an anime version of some of the scenes, and yeah, it did this fucking. I specifically prompted that I wanted classic Japanese anime, just because that's the style that fits better. But instead, it decided to go for this like American Dad shit, and I'm not a fan of this style of animation. In fact, let's do this. Classic. Let's try it again. We'll just generate some more real quick. See what we can come up with. Okay. All right. So, where are we at? Well, okay, so we have them going off into the distance, and once they're in the distance, it's going to be, okay, end scene, end intro, or end scene, opening's done. Now we're going to get into the intro, so we have to figure out what that ultimately looks like. And I don't know how we're going to, or what we ultimately want to do. So we have... Here is the document that we have that explains the entire episode. I know, complete, total spoilers. But this is the document, and half of it, all of this shit down here, is not fleshed out yet. So this is going to be an episode of all time. And some of this we might bypass, but we'll see how it goes during the generation process. But we actually almost have all of this. We just need to get Sir Beast punched and then the end box stolen, and then we're good for the opening, and then the intro credits. So, for the intro credits, what do we can either do like, I don't know what to do for the intro credits. Part of me thinks maybe it's just like a music sting, and then we get into the actual, like, there's a music sting, there's a title that appears, and then we get into the actual episode. Or we do like an actual intro credits sequence. Don't know which one to do. Don't quite know yet. Would it understand style of Toriyama? Well, Mike, let's try that. Can I insert the music song you want, and if so, how? You can't. You can only do that in post. So, Stav, the only reason that you can have a specific song is if you add it in post. So, like down here.
These dudes be wildin'. They can't even be bothered to pick this shit. Always happens in the Underground
So
Railroad.
yeah, you have to actually add that manually. You can't do that in Veo. It will not understand anything. So if you want a specific sound, you have to do that. If you don't want it to generate music, you have to include that in your prompt so it explicitly does not generate music. Okay, so let's see. Style of classic Toriyama. Anime style. All right, let's see if that works. That's a good idea. So yeah, I don't know what to do with the intro credits yet, or at least like the title. I just don't know if I just want to be like Music Sting title. It appears. I do think that there needs to be. Oh, we need one more scene because we need to tie this into the rest of the episode because people are going to be watching this. It's already like 2.5 minutes for an opening, and so we now need to say cuts to an office in Israel when with a Rob High sitting at a desk when a blinking red light turns on and he sighs as he says, "Oy vey." Okay. And then we'll put a sign above the red light so that it'll be able to differentiate that, yep, that's the end box has been stolen. Okay. Punk rock style opening where he's breaking shit with coins. Maybe. Maybe. Okay, let's see what we got. Yeah, it keeps making horrible US animation. It just looks fucking trash. I really hate it. But it's fine. It doesn't matter. We're not gonna go for it. Is Fast still free? Just want to make sure it is still free. Cool. Another glorious day of free Fast generations. Okay, so you guys want it to be an anime. We could do an anime opening for Nux. At least try and get it to work. That sounds decent. Nuclear, you cannot keep anybody consistent across scenes. The only so I've shown before how to do it in a sense, but what you want to do, and this is your best practice and the only way you can get some level of consistency. You can't create your own AI actor, so to speak. So instead, what you have to do is you have to give it a name. So we have Beast. That's the name of the character. And by putting a name and then by also saying is a. So what I've done by saying Beast is a, I am now saying that Beast is something that the program needs to remember and recognize as something that we generate and to reference something, right? So it's now an important thing. It's a token, it's a variable, however you want to call it. But by using this exact language of giving your character a name, and you can do all caps if you want to be able to keep track of your prompts a little better, entirely up to you. But after that, we do our description of what this character looks like. That's the best you can get. And when you make your character, make it as descriptive as you can make it. You don't want to go too hard with it. You don't want to be way too over the top with your descriptions because sometimes you can start making it hallucinate. But you can get pretty fucking descriptive with your character. It is also worth mentioning that you have to make in Veo, in order to make prompts that aren't absolutely ridiculous and they actually are more cohesive, you need to do bad grammatical practice, which means you need to have lots of run-on sentences. As soon as you put a full stop or a period at the end of a sentence, it thinks, okay, this is a thing, it's done, we're good. We don't need to think about anything else. Once we go past that period, we're now talking about a new thing. Sometimes it can work, sometimes it won't, but for like your scenes, for your characters, you want to have that. The other thing too is you can describe your scene as to what's happening. And the reason we also do this is after you've created and done this, like I have a Google Drive or a Google Doc of all of my character descriptions just so that I can reference them without searching for them all the time. So I think it's at 9 pages, 10 pages, something like that. I don't know. It's lengthy. And that's also for the alternate generations, like the medieval Nux, or not the medieval Nux because he never changed, like the medieval Tectone, the current one, the Bond version. So like all the different versions of characters are in there. And by doing this, you can make sure that you can always have the same, quote, character until we have something better in Veo. But also when you do this is that later in your prompt, you can just reference that character name that you created. And doing this is really important. It makes things so much fucking easier. And this is how you're able to actually do your dialogue. This is also, so like right here, this is dialogue. I'm writing it as though, I'm the director, I'm the writer, I'm creating a script. You need to look at it as though every single scene that you're writing, you are writing a script from scratch. You can't just look at something as though, you're just shitting something out unless the intention is just to shit something out. And so, good generations will have your character description, your scene description, and then writing out the actions that are going to happen. If you want like 3 quick camera cuts, you have camera cut 1 or shot 1 is this, shot 2 is this, shot 3 is this, and you can structure it in that way. Sometimes I'll do that, sometimes I won't. Sometimes I'll just say, like for the Honda Odyssey, if we go back to that really quick, I know doing a lot of explanations on Veo, but we'll get to the generations in a second. Let's go back all the way down. That's not very far, so it's not that bad. Okay, so like here, all that I did is, wow, I did not put that in the right place. But I just said that it is parked in a beachside parking lot lit by streetlights, and the shots show off various features of the car, and it should have said in a car enthusiast style. So that's just saying, hey, just come up with the shots. Otherwise, I just let it do its thing. But yeah, there's things like that that'll let you get the most out of your Veo productions. So, yeah, Brondo, how's it going, dude? Reckless, thank you so much for the $2. I really appreciate that. LL, do I use other AI to perfect your prompts? Anytime I've used AI to enhance a video prompt, it's always turned out to be shit. Your imagination and writing out your imagination is the best way you can get exactly what you want onto the screen. If you use AI to do that, it's not going to prompt it correctly. Even Gemini will not do that. You can use it to workshop certain elements, like if you're having trouble describing something in your scene, then AI can be good for that. I would stick with a Google product for that, just because it does integrate in a sense to Veo, so that's what I would recommend. But everything in here is all written by me, because I've tried AI generated prompts and it does not work. And the times that it has kind of gotten what I wanted, it's never come out right. So there's that. Now, when it comes to music, I don't use any of the AIs to write the lyrics because they all fucking suck. It is pretty shitty, but like they're all really shitty. The only one that actually generates things that are decent and funny and weird and make sense is going to be the Remy model in Suno, and it can actually get some stuff that sound pretty decent. And like we got this one. I'll play this track really quick.
That's all good. Watermelon, fried chicken, nuclear power, Nazis, Newport cigarettes, all in the hood. That's all good. Melanin chicken, my finger licking. I got your mama tricking. That's why your brother's sticking to the same old gang. You see, we all bang. We slang, cracking jack for Cadillac. Your mama knew that back in the day. But now she's all gay. She say I go that way. My child is born a goner. What can you do when the projects don't come through? But shoot, you see, we still black and get back to what we used to.
So those lyrics were from the Remy model inside of Suno. They actually are pretty good. Whenever I've had something from Gemini, always been fucking trash. It tries to be too clever, too fucking like artsy, too whatever, and it also doesn't like to do very offensive things. So using Remy is pretty good. But what I do use AI for is if I'm having trouble with a prompt and I want like in something that's more memey, and like for example, when we were trying to get the 420 Blaze It song, where we wanted it to sound like really bass boosted, awful mumble rap, I used Gemini to get this prompt, and it worked because we were able to get this song out of it. I'll play it in a second, but we were able to get that because it gave me the Suno style. Most of mine, I actually sit down and I actually write out what I want, but that's the only thing that you can use for AI. So let's play it real quick.
I just smoke weed every day. I'm a beast, I need to get blazed. It just brings me peace and bring me that way. But you can see me smoking on a bright day. We going outside today, going out. And I'm a smoker, the master. Get in my way, I'm a blaster. Not like I'm Kurt Cobain. Ay, I'm smoking a couple grams of strength. Ay, a master.
Yeah, so, I mean, it understands how to... If you prompt it right, you can get some quality. Quality in this instance is fucking relative, but you can get some shit. Like, it's fucking wild. That song, by the way, I decided as soon as we made it, it was so fucking just trashy. Generated this image, put it on SoundCloud, and best of all, we submitted it to be to go to to go to Spotify, to go to Spotify and all that other shit. And I think it's gonna be fucking hilarious if this shit post of a song is the thing that blows up the awful music. But yeah, using AI to write things, it's only really useful if you're doing it for style prompting. The Remy model is pretty good for generating some stuff. It also isn't perfect. Like, you can sit there and you can click write lyrics, 100 times before you get something decent. And sometimes it'll make something like this, or it'll just be super short. You're not always going to get something like this. I don't know. It is what it is. Suno's getting way too good for the value lately. Yeah, 4.5 plus are just... The fact that 4.5 can generate this quality of shit, and again, this is the worst it's ever going to be, the limit is your imagination. So, it's wild. Poetry and lyrics work well with Grok. Yeah, I've done that here and there, but I've never ultimately been impressed with it. It's always been too pie in the sky with its thinking. The Orc Gang Gang song was actually written by Grok, so I can't say that it's all awful. But yeah, that's that. Orc Gang Gang is your favorite song. I do need to make a music video for that at some point because I think that'd be funny to do. But yeah, Suno, like, okay, this is also right here. All I prompted, it's a instrumental track. I said killer lo-fi track that would be amazing background bump, danceable, top hit, banger. All I put in there. And it sounds like something that would be a late night bump on like Adult Swim. Like it's fucking wild what it can come up with. Or there is Brad, I believe this is from your suggestion. We have Kosher JDs, which I think we're gonna need to include in this episode. Which we have Jewish Shekelcore. That is the style prompt, and this is what we got.
Got a mortgage you need to be absolved of. Kosher JDs. Need a business restructured or dissolved. Kosher JDs.
So, yeah, sometimes you can get away with wild shit. I never thought that, oh yeah, we're going to put Jewish Shekelcore, and that's the fucking style, and then we're going to get that out of Suno in a one-shot. So, yeah, it's fucking wild what you can do. Udio, Riff Fusion, RVC, none of those can compete with what you can do with Suno. It's just getting way too fucking good. And then Studio comes out pretty soon, which lets you then also export everything as MIDIs. So then you can take those into Ableton and whatever else, and then truly master the song the way that you want it to be. And then that's game over for a lot of people. It's going to be game over. And so at that point, personalized music, it's here. It just depends on if you can describe what you like. So people with better imaginations, and there are people with better imaginations. I have met some extraordinarily unimaginative people, but the people with better imaginations are going to be the ones that will make some next generation of music. So it's going to ultimately, yeah, we'll see what comes of it, but the MIDI export is crazy big. Okay. All right. Let's see. Message got filtered. I think you'd really like Flex Air shit posts. I'll look into it. Wait, keep it playing. It'll be out there. It'll be available. Did I see Elon Musk posted AI goon material from Grok? Yeah, it's a thing. Actually, once this episode is finished, as a joke, I'm gonna be this is the one of the few times I'm gonna do a call to action to everybody. So once this episode is done and released, just because there's Kanye, there's all this sort of shit, I am going to ask for people to not yet, but let's wait until the episode is done. And then we'll send it and tag Kanye, Fuentes, and Elon. And I'm also going to make a post about it. Is like, hey, Elon, how come Grok can't make shitpost level videos like this yet? And we'll see what happens. Is it going to get anywhere? No. But it's still funny if it does. That minute chance that it triggers somebody so hard that they go crazy. Like if it triggers Kanye to send a C&D, or if he thinks it's funny and he shares it, or if Elon decides to make Grok the premier shit posting platform, either way, any of those outcomes, it would be hilarious. But if nothing ends up happening, yeah, whatever. But I don't know. I think it'd be funny. I think it'd be great. He wants to be the new Hitler. Let's be real. He does. You know, he released his song Heil Hitler. So yeah, congratulations, fucking Kanye. You're working against yourself on that one. Yeah, Brondo. The song and track of the song will be out there. It's gonna be crazy. So far, Nux anime intros, Fist in the North Star, maybe. So maybe. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know if it's going to be too much to do an anime intro. We'll see if we can do it. Like Ninja, I mean that's true. That is 100% true. It is very different from human made art and content. It is. And music is no longer going to have a place in the digital realm. You're no longer going to be able to make it doing digital music. You will be able to make it by showing your talent with live performances. So live performances are going to be the new thing that people are going to really use to show off and do things at. I think that's 100% going to be a thing. What's going on with Elon lately? I don't know. Elon have a space program in the episode. So Elon is actually part of the episode. Elon is in the episode. We're going to go right down to the bottom. And yep, huge spoiler. But yeah, final scene shows a robot in 1940s German officer uniform in Elon Musk's African headquarters. Elon is the highest ranking African American. Technically. I mean, hey, it's true. so he's the true keeper of the N box, and he has in the charge of Grok. So yeah, that is ultimately where we're going with this. It's gonna be wild. Yeah, it's gonna be something. We got to figure out how we want it to ultimately be. Okay, so right, we need to get this dude punched. Call it the South Africa Corps. Yeah, we'll figure something out. Is Nux gonna try and rob him? Yeah, no. Yeah, so ZOMG, this is a spoiler heavy stream. If you do not want spoilers, do not watch this. Just saying, don't watch this if you don't want spoilers. But this episode will break Nux's mind 100%. This is gonna be just fucking crazy. We have the implication that Elon is initiating a Jewish space missile program. Well, no, I don't want to do that. Because the Jewish space laser is going to be in there. Do Kanye as a Nazi main character with Elon as a sidekick? No, we're not going to have Elon as a sidekick. Elon is the mysterious benefactor behind all of it. His sidekick, Kanye's sidekick, is the gay Catboy himself, Mexican Catboy, as Nick Fuentes. So yeah, that he already established that. Elon is going to be the shadowy. Think of him from what was his character's name? The Elusive Man. Elon Musk is going to be like the Elusive Man from Mass Effect. So yeah, will Joe Rogan be in the episode? Okay. 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 Hold on. I'm thinking. Okay. Okay. Hold on. My brain has thinking thoughts. So at the end, it's gonna have Elon Musk there as the elusive man, and we're gonna do something fucking crazy where he's doing something. And then we need to have Joe Rogan there, but how do I want Joe Rogan to be? Do I want him to be like this like beefcake human creature where he's like on all fours at all times, just like running around like crazy, and you have Elon Musk screaming at him to knock it off Joey all the time, like in the Flash Gets things. We're gonna have to think on that, but yes, we're gonna. Joe Rogan's gonna have to be in there somewhere. I think that would be great to have there at the end. I think we're gonna have to do that. Elon Iron Man themed? No, I'm. It's gonna be more Bond, more elusive man, more like man behind the curtain sort of thing. I don't necessarily think it's going to be Iron Man. That's giving him too much fucking credit. Joe Rogan and a DMT craze wants the N-box and to upload it to the internet. No, Alex Jones is the villain for the Frog episode. Joe Rogan could be played by a shaved gorilla. Yeah. So the idea, so Frogan is going to be used. Frogan's going to have to be resurrected, and then they're going to. So at some point in the episode, Frogan's going to be resurrected. Tectone is going to put on the afro for 22 seconds to sneak Nux in, and a Pokeball that has Frogan in it, because it's a giant fucking Pokeball, because it has to be to contain that fucking ham planet. And then in order to take the Underground Railroad out of commission, they throw the Pokeball into a vault of fried chicken and watermelon, and you see Frogan just appear and start consuming everything, and that sets off alarm bells and everyone's freaking out, but they can't do anything because she's consumed all of their stash. That is going to happen. It's going to be something. Flashbang sound for her Pokeball? Yeah, we can do that. Yeah. Make it so she can only sense her own name. Yes. That's good. She's gonna be like a fucking planetary version of Kirby. Okay, that works. Can Frogan eat all of Akon City? Maybe. What if it describes Frogan as fat Muslim woman in green suit, hijab, but she has flippers and frog hands? No, not gonna happen. She does not deserve to be anywhere close to being a frog. Yeah, no, it's gonna be. This episode is going to be something. Yeah, we're gonna go with Frogan the Hutt. Actually, you know what? You fucking know what? Hey, here's what we're gonna do. Hazard, guess you just gave me a fucking brilliant idea. Okay, so let's do a vault full of fried chicken and watermelon. A fried chicken and watermelon with a Hutt in a hijab consuming large handfuls of fried chicken. All right. Let's see if it understands Hutt. Let's see. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out right now. Okay, so Jasivo, I like it. So okay, so it's not just the fact that they use the 9-volt batteries that they harvest from ceiling birds in order to get into the Underground Railroad, which is why so many ceiling birds chirp. But it's also because of Elon taking the 9-volt batteries to power his Tesla cannons. So Elon is also to blame for all of the ceiling birds. Yeah, we can do that. Try fat human slug. Yeah, I kind of want the slug to be for Slugwig. I'm also going to, so the other thing too that I mentioned yesterday, I am waiting to finish. I need to do this episode and then probably the donut episode. Donut's getting his own, not as the Bacon Brothers, but his own. Maybe Asmon. I don't know. There has to be one more character episode before we do the Menace Crew episode 3. Oh no. Oh no, it's Frogan. Oh no, it's Frogan. But before I play these, the Menace Crew is saved for a from now on anyways. I want to save it for like Avengers style episodes where they all get together to do something, and then the character episodes themselves expand upon the lore and the overarching story in a sense, and the individual stories of the characters, so that there could be more things that happen in things. Yeah, that's literally just Frogan. Yeah, okay. What's this one? Oh. Okay, hold on. A Pokeball flies onto the screen, and a hut in a hijab appears and starts. Okay, let's see if we can just get the Pokeball seed out of the way. The sound it's making. Oh yeah, no, this is she has become Gorlock. The Gorlock. What is this one? Oh, Veo, thank you so much for understanding my vision. Thank you so much for understanding this absolutely ridiculous shit that I've decided to come up with. God damn. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can get the Pokeball in there. Jesus Christ. You're gonna get drugged for this episode? Oh, this is gonna be something. Can't really be a lawsuit. Ooh, this one looks good. Okay, not quite what I was wanting. It looks like her. It's a pretty good one. Nope, that one's not good. This one is perfect. This one's kind of. Nope, it's this one. Excellent. Uh, we're gonna download that for later. Uh, uh, good lord. That's so good. That's so good. Um, Jesus Christ. The top right, the problem with the top right is that you already have this here and then the ball appears. It just doesn't work. This one is the only one that actually works. This one down here, that could work too. I think this one kind of flows the best personally, so that's kind of why I'm going after that. Yeah, no, this is fucking wild. And how I made a hut more ugly is, yeah, I have no idea. Perfect. All right, we are doing great here. Congratulations, Frogan, on being a hut. I think what we're gonna do, man, I wish that no, we're not gonna do that. Okay, cool. We're good. We're leaving that there. That's gonna be for later. Okay, so we have here, and then where is he talking about the soldiers? It's gonna be here. Okay, okay. Uh, okay, we're gonna have him get punched here. Okay, we need to have this. Oops, I fucked up. Okay. Camera is shooting the scene from the side. Yay and Max are standing on the left side of the screen by the soldiers, while Beast is standing on the right, standing is from the side as Max walks forward. They facing left, facing right. Okay, as Max walks forward, slaps Beast. Hold on. And holding a dark wooden box with a dark iron letter N on the front of it. Okay. Slaps Beast in the face. Beast collapses and goes into the fetal position while dropping the box. Max grabs the box and brings it back to Yay. All right, I don't know how this is gonna work. Let's see if we can get this done, or if we have to do it in multiple scenes. But if we can get it in one, that would be fucking great. Yep, there we have Gorlock. Okay, perfect. The top right, yeah, the crane and the noises. Yeah, small brain. Hey man, how's it going? Yeah, and see, here's the thing. Remember, if anybody decides to file any sort of claim against this episode, that is them saying that it is them that is actually in the scene. So that would be Frogan admitting that she is a Ham Planet, Frogan the Hutt thing that is an all-consuming beast. Same thing with Pirate Downey Jr. If he ever struck any of the videos, and he would be saying that he is a gay midget furry with Down syndrome. So, yeah, just saying. Either way, it's a funny outcome. Doesn't matter to me, but you actually get physically, yeah. No. I agree. Josh, I like it. So we can do what was that? What was that movie? Armageddon, but it's but instead of an asteroid, it's Frogan. We can do that. That works. Jesus Christ. Yeah, okay, we're gonna do this, and yep, because that is some fucking no thank you. Let's also do some quality, just for good measure, see if we can get something out of it. Once we have this scene, then we are ready to go for, and then the Oive scene, then we have our opening done, and now we need to do the intro credits. Don't Look Up? No, I haven't seen Don't Look Up. No, I was thinking Armageddon with Bruce Willis, and was Morgan Freeman in that one? It was a like a late 90s disaster movie. It was the thing. It was fucking, it was barely coherent. It's like a bacon nuke. Ooh. Yeah, that could work. So, yeah, Brondo, that's why she's going to have to get revived. I think they're going to have to bring her back. They bring her back because of the Black Israelite voodoo magic. They find somebody that's sympathetic, and they are able to do it on a mountain of pork. And I mean literally a mountain of pork. Deep Impact is Morgan Freeman. Okay, yeah. Now, who was Armageddon? I thought that was I don't remember. Similar film. Yeah, they're fucking similar. Okay, cool. That's terrible. Okay, that one's good. That's good. We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it. Hold on. Okay. Close out of that. I don't fucking need to see Path of Building anymore. Okay, and then we'll cut it. We'll cut it up. Fuck. I saved it to the wrong thing. Okay, or do this. Here's what we'll do. All right.
I think I see someone in charge.
I'm Kanye, and this is a gay Mexican. We are the new Nazi party, and I demand you give me the N box. Finally, the N box is mine.
Sergeant D. Ildo, go make the Underground Railroad summoning circle.
Where did you get that battery from?
Harvested from the ceiling bird. Duh. All right, men. Me and this gay fish are gonna take the Underground Railroad. The rest of you, go to Egypt.
These dudes be wildin'. They can't even be bothered to pick this shit. Always happens in the Underground Railroad.
Wait, what? Welcome to the Underground Railroad, bitch. Declare your whitey. This is my gay Mexican cat boy. This is the Underground Railroad. Us black Israelites founded this shit when we built the pyramids. We can use the soul train to travel around the world. All of us colored folk can use it freely, but we gotta vouch for whitey. That's our ride, cat boy. Let's get crack-a-lack.
Get the fuck on the train, cat boy, bitch.
I'm Captain B-Dick, and I run this motherfucker. I can't believe I went from Soul Plane to Soul Train.
Man, this is some bullshit. I didn't realize the new Nazi party was all about hating whitey.
You ain't whitey, you a Mexican.
Choo-choo, motherfuckers. I got a schedule to keep.
Oh, it's so good. It's perfect. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Josh, yeah, I can do it. That works. Yeah, Guardia, welcome. Welcome. And you haven't even seen the fried chicken Stargate yet. That's gonna be later that we're gonna work on. So that's the intro. We need the opening, and then we need the I know it's gonna. Okay, hold on. Now we need to have the Jewish rabbi say "Oy vey." Okay, so okay. At a lavish desk in an office building with the hold on. Okay, so I'm going to describe the office. In an office overlooking a nuclear power plant. A pair of Israeli flags are in the corner, and the rabbi is doing some paperwork. On the wall, there are 4 lights with the letters K, F, C, N on them, and the K, F, C lights are green with the N light yellow. The N light changes from yellow to blinking red, and an alarm goes off. In the background, the steam from the nuclear power plant stops. The rabbi looks up at the camera and sighs and says, "Oi, oy vey," and picks up a red phone. Okay. Here we go. So he's going to be dialing for assistance. This is looking great. King, how's it going? Crazy idea. Yeah, no. This is the most unpredictable, wild shit out there. It's something. The bad rap mumble. Yeah, no, it's great. It's so good. Yeah, so Hanendra, this is how I do all of the episodes. I riff off of things, and sometimes I'll get an idea from just thinking about stuff or as I'm making a scene. Other times I'll just make some songs and then boom, that sparks something. Or if I just can't come to anything and I have a writer's block, I'll play a game. Like Path of Exile or Gray Zone or something like that. And it's always in the middle of doing something that... Huh? Red Cup? Thank you. It's always in the middle of doing something like, take a Gray Zone, middle of a raid, like trying to get out of Fort Nerith or something, and then I'll have an idea. I'll have a concept of what I want, and then out of nowhere, it'll just be like, okay, I want to make this. I need to make this. I need to escape. I need to get to a save point. I need to do something. I want to go and make this thing. So it's just trying to figure out how to get around it. No. No. It's getting there. It's getting there. Thank you. This is going to be a good concept. Who's that? Girlfriend. She's a fantastic girlfriend. Probably soon to be wife. What part are we working on? We are working on the opening. We are almost... So, King, we're actually almost done. We are almost done. Justivo, yeah, that's pretty decent. It's a pretty decent thing. Oh, shit, I did... Holy fuck, there you go, $8 for that. Great. Let's just do a quad stack of fucking fast. Let's see what we can get. Yeah, I think this is gonna be the play. If I could do get KFCN, what I'm really wanting with this is I really want it to be something where people recognize, like, oh, that's what KFC meant. That's what I'm trying to kind of go for. We'll see if we can get it.
Oy vey.
Do we like that? Because we haven't really explained the C-Bucks yet. Maybe the Red Seas because it's in quarantine. I don't know. We're gonna see what it generates.
Oy vey.
Maybe. This one I'm liking. I like the idea. We'll see. Yeah, King. Yeah, I absolutely will, dude. As a Jew, you like it. Yeah, no, this is Oh, did we get it?
Vey.
Okay, that was good. Come on, we gotta get the end. Like this one, I'm liking this one, but the way he just answered that fucking, it didn't turn red. Did I say? Yellow to red. Hold on. Turns yellow to red. Starts blinking. And the lamp goes off. Okay, let's see if we can try that. We're trying to get this. I want this to like really come across right. Let's see. C has COVID in it. Donut episode for C-Box. Ooh, I like that. C's been open and available for everyone. Yeah, like Brondo, you're right, and that's kind of the joke, but maybe that's the premise for the donut episode. So okay, actually, here's the premise for the donut episode, right? So there's that, right? The C-Box is this song.
White dude selling coke. Trailer park. Ultimate cracker. He can feel a thing. He can feel a thing. He can feel a thing.
That's kind of where that song came from. That was the idea behind that. So we can do that. We'll see. Having it be yellow is great.
Oy vey.
Getting mad with the phone. Yeah, there's a bomb. Oh yeah, no. Yeah, the C-Box. I definitely want to do something with the C-Box. Donut reclaiming the power of the sea. Ooh. Ooh, Galactic. Good idea. I will do that as soon as I can fucking generate the right video for it, whichever one we choose.
Oy vey.
That's the closest. I don't know why there's two ends. I don't know enough video editing to know how to get rid of the other end. Are we done generating yet? What people am I doing after next? Donut is going to be next. So Donut is next. His episode, the idea that I have going for the Donut episode is that he gets called back to being a cop. And his episode is going to be very Reno 911 style. That's what I think. Josh, yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Nope, that's not right. That didn't work. Yeah, Donut's going to be very Reno 911. Donut in dangle shorts. Okay, so I'm thinking that in the Donut episode, it's Asmongold has so much money that he decides to buy Austin, Texas, and he hires Donut as his police chief. That's what I'm thinking. So that's what I'm thinking for that. We'll workshop it a bit more. Okay. So let's see. That was this one.
Oy vey. Oy vey.
All right. Do we like that? Or there's this one.
Oy vey.
This one gets the point across, the extra N, whatever. It's extra flavor, but that actually gets the point across. Okay, let's save that. Okay, perfect. Opening.
Yeah,
Hold on. Do this.
Oy vey.
Okay, so we have this, and now I need to do a scene of Nux, making it seem like Nux is also on a red phone, but it's gonna be, I'm thinking it's like a side shot, right? Superimposed, you just see the hand holding the headset. It's a blue fucking hand, right, against a blue head, and all you hear is saying, orders received or something like that, and then we get into the intro. That's what I think. I think that would be wild. I think that would work. Pseudo body cam footage in there? Yeah, I can do that. I think it'd be good. I don't really care for either. The problem that I'm running into is making it come out right. Here, we'll do 2 quad stacks and see what we can come up with. If he gets banned. And what part did I use the Hebrew song? I haven't used it yet. It's definitely going to get used. It just hasn't been used yet. That's going to be for when Nux gets to the Mountain Dew Fortress. So yeah, we're in the opening. We still have quite a ways to go. Yeah, I'm just trying to find I want the right one. So let's see if we can generate one that sounds better. If I have to use that, then I will. So then, yep, it didn't get. Again, I'm also asking a lot of the AI here. Like, I am asking for something that is very technically complicated to get. Like, I'm asking for very distinct letters and lights and things changing.
Oy vey. Oy vey.
I couldn't buy that one. I can buy it. It's like their electrical system is fucking shit.
Oy vey.
It was so powerful, no one knew that was going to happen. What do we think? Yeah, the donut episode. We'll work more on the donut episode after we get this fucking madness done. King did not make the Shaka song. He helped translate the Appalachian Mountain Jews into Hebrew, so that we have that. And I think that's going to be a wild time. That is going to be fucking wild for people to hear. I guess it'll do. Maybe return later. This is the closest that I've seen. The rest of these they don't look good. Yeah, we'll take it. We'll come back to it if we have to. Sometimes, it is what it is. You just get, the shitty draw. Okay. So now we need where's okay, so also for people that don't know, Nux is going to stay his goblin self for most of the episodes. In this, he's being called upon to become the super Jew. So in that, he has to snort holy ketamine in order to become the super Jew. And when he does, that's when he has to transform. So he is going to see his little self first, and then and then he transforms. At the end of the episode, he goes back. He's no longer allowed to have the holy ketamine. Okay. I'm trying to think of what he's gonna say. What in... If... Okay, let's just see if it can generate the general concept. We'll play with the fucking words later. But I'm just trying to think, okay, he's picking up the phone. Hey, because after the intro credits, then we're going to get to him in the Menace Crew HQ, which is the McDonald's. But he's going to be... it's picking up the phone and him just being like, oh, you guys finally called. What went wrong this time, or something like that. Something more action hero-y, or like more badass, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that point. Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out. King, yeah, I'll send it. We're not quite there yet, but I'll send the versions that I have. I'll post them in Discord. Have his hair illuminate, glow like a bit. Yeah, we'll figure out what how the transformation scene looks. And yeah, Brando, that's entirely the point. So yeah, he's gonna be like, wait, what? I thought I look like a badass now. It's good. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, hold to the Jew tunnel. Yeah, no, it's gonna be fucking wild. His favorite words: diabolical. Your words mean nothing. You thought wrong. Maybe. I don't know. I need to. Let's see.
So, you finally.
That's terrifying.
So, you finally called.
Why does he? Is it CGI? 4K cinematic. Not on. Yeah. The you thought wrong. I'm just trying to think of how he's gonna, because he's answering the phone. I'm just trying to think of what to do. We need to have this generation work. Hey Kitty, you have a good one. Yeah, I know he does Absolute Cinema, but that's not like those are great like one-liners or things that are going to be I can put in later, but I'm thinking more of he's answering the phone, he's getting told that something's going wrong. So it's trying to think, how do we do that? Adam, yeah, that is going to happen. It's going to be crazy. Yep. So we have Nux. We need to have him. We need to have this. We need to have this scene. Cause yeah, he go. Let's see. What do we got?
So, you finally called.
Nope. Nope. Okay, let's do this. You know what? You know what? Here's what we're gonna do. Let's see if we can make it anime. Ooh, idea. Give Nux his Super Jew form, bigger nose. No, okay, so Hazard, perfect. I like it. I like it. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. Better be important. Got a stream to do. We'll see. Let's see if we can do it. So Cool Boy. The way that it works is Nux. This is his second form. His second form is his action hero form, and it has some limitations. But his third form is going to be his super ultra mega turbo Jew form with a Pinocchio nose. So that's going to happen. Oh no.
So, you finally. So, you finally called.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh no. Oh no.
you finally.
Oh God. Oh no. These are wild. Molt like a cicada when turning into a super Jew. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. He just picks up the whole phone.
Better be important. I got a stream to do.
Ooh, biscuit. Thank you. Excellent. More coffee. Yes, please. Thank you. I love you. Okay. No.
Better be important.
Okay, all right. So it's going to be this one right here. So this is 1.
Better be important. I got a stream to do.
Or 2 is going to be one of these. This is a fucking thing. The bottom left one. This one right here.
So, you finally called. What went wrong this time?
Yeah, but the wording isn't right. The better be important. I got a stream to do. Can you get a halo like when Goku comes back from the dead? Yeah, I was actually thinking of making it after Dragon Ball, kind of. All right, we'll do that one. Okay, all right, we're gonna put this in. Oh God. All right, here we go. Here we go.
Man, this is some bullshit. I didn't realize the new Nazi party was all about hating Whitey.
You ain't whitey, you a Mexican.
Choo-choo, motherfuckers! I got a schedule to keep!
Oy vey.
Better be important. I got a stream to do.
It's so bad. It's good. You can't use that one, but change the wording. No. And yeah, he does look cooler, but he is gonna get his super form, his super Jew form. So I think it's fine. So yeah, no, this works. I think it's gonna. I think it'll work. I think it'll be good. The style change is gonna throw people off, but as soon as they see this, they're just gonna be like, "Oh no!" Oh, thank you. Oh, for a nap. Oh. Okay. Yeah, daughter is sick, throwing up. It only works with why he was gone in real life to do. Yeah, maybe. I think it's good. I think it'll be fine. Okay, all right. So we have our intro at just shy of 2 minutes and 42 seconds. This is already just a thing. I've some of these other scenes we might cut. We'll play through it. I don't think I'm gonna add any music at the beginning. I think we're gonna leave it as is, and then we'll get into the intro credits, or at least like the title reveal, something like that. For the record, it wouldn't let me generate this more. Like it was giving me errors because it's it's a famous name. So the fact that it did that the first time, there's a lot of times with Veo where you have your one shot and only one shot in order to get words out, and then after that, it's a problem. So yeah, I mean, the fact that I got this is great. I like that it's there twice.
I am here at Akon City, digging wells for thousands of people to get water and building a school for misfit Wakanda youth.
I'm in the legendary new Wakanda Youth Center. Let me show
I'm thinking of cutting this scene.
you what we have cooking up in here.
I found this legendary door that no one told me about, and let's see what's inside. Make sure to like and subscribe.
Guys, I have the legendary N-Box, I think. What the fuck is this thing?
We're gonna keep it as a different thing. It'll be fine. Maybe I'll get a sound effect of a truck pulling up, and I'll put it in there, so that when he looks off to the side, it makes a little bit more sense. But maybe I'll keep it. I don't know. Is that meant to be Mr. Beast? Yeah. Oh yeah. Brando, yeah. Girlfriend is checking it out, so she's on top of it. It's all good. Fire alarm chirp. No, we're not going to put the chirp in there because we don't need to. It's not going to be. It has the battery hasn't been stolen yet.
So these guys just showed up. They aren't part of my film crew. No idea where they came from. I think I see someone in charge.
I'm Kanye, and this is a gay Mexican. We are the new Nazi party, and I demand you give me the N-Box. Finally, the N-Box is mine!
Sergeant D. Ildo, go make the Underground Railroad summoning circle.
Where did you get that battery from?
Harvested from the ceiling bird. Duh. All right, men. Me and this gay fish are gonna take the Underground Railroad. The rest of you, go to Egypt.
These dudes be wildin'. They can't even be bothered to pick this shit. Always happens in the Underground Railroad.
Wait, what? Welcome to the Underground Railroad, bitch. Declare your whitey. This is my gay Mexican cat boy. This is the Underground Railroad. Us black Israelites founded this shit when we built the pyramids. We can use the soul train to travel around the world. All of us colored folk can use it freely, but we gotta vouch for whitey. That's our ride, cat boy. Let's
Get the fuck on the train, cat boy, bitch.
I'm Captain Beastie, and I run this motherfucker. I can't believe I went from Soul Plane to Soul Train.
Man, this is some bullshit. I didn't realize the new Nazi party was all about hating whitey.
You ain't whitey, you a Mexican.
Choo-choo, motherfuckers. I got a schedule to keep.
Oy vey.
Better be important. I got a stream to do.
Bang. We're done. Intro credits. Perfect. Perfect. All right. That just so I want to be very clear. It is not a trailer. I'm not. This is the trailer that's out there is all people are getting. So people have no idea what they're in for in the full version when it comes out. It's going to be crazy. Why? Okay, so Brando, he calls him a cat boy because Fuentes is a gay come hunting cat boy Mexican. So we know that that's a thing. He has said as much. Well, he hasn't said that he's a cum hunter, but we know that there's proof of that. Anyways, but he is a fish because, you know, Kanye and gay fish. So it's that's why he's that's why he's a fish. Anyone that Kanye is currently with has to be dressed like a gay fish. Yeah. This is the teaser. I don't know if I want to do it as a teaser. Maybe nothing but a smoke detector. Think you're gonna stop watching? You want to enjoy the whole version? Yeah. If you guys want to just enjoy the whole version as it is, I do not recommend watching these streams because they are very, very spoiler heavy. This is gonna be something wild. All right, just to kind of let you guys know where we're at. Let's look. We actually have all of this. We're going to go. This is all of the intro. This is what we've done already. And we still have all of this to do. So also these parts here, these aren't even fleshed out. So this is going to be an episode. Michael, thanks, dude. I really appreciate it. That is going to be... I think that's going to be saved for a Menace Crew episode. So that's going to be episode 3 when we get to it. Right now, I don't have an ETA because the Nux episode has to get done. The Donut episode has to get done. And those will lay the foundation for Menace Crew episode 3. So that's what we're going with. Some of the shortened clips in Underground Railroad could be longer. They flow a bit oddly together. Yeah. So there's here. Okay, we talk. I can probably just remove. No, we can't remove this. I can probably generate something else for here. Because that's just him getting on the train. The conductor introducing himself. If I extend that, it's the train rotating around, and this was the only good generation we got that had a real person, real looking person. Let me rephrase that. Everything else was turning into CGI people. So there's that. This is all one scene, even though there's the cut. It is just one scene, and there's very few of these that kind of worked. This is also the best one just because of the way that the sign is at the top. I can get rid of this, though. I could probably shorten this a little bit if we wanted to, but I still think it's funny. I don't know. We can play with it a little bit later, but right now, I am pretty happy with how that goes. Nobody is going to expect to see this fucking thing. Personally, I didn't think it was going to generate this train. I had no fucking idea that it would actually get that. So, very surprised. Let's see. Thanks in part to the idiotic backstory of each stupid decision and idea we make. Oh yeah. No. It's fucking crazy. Yeah, Chaos, we'll play with it. Why were the Muppet Blue Jews huffing whippets? They weren't huffing whippets. Have you not fucking seen Mad Max Fury Road? We're gonna go to the little Muppets because some of those generations were fucking crazy, and then we'll work on the intro and we'll see what works. Like, and also a lot of these generated without audio, so we're choosing some pretty spicy content. I was also really mad because yesterday it kept changing the words from shit to stuff, which isn't what I wanted. Yep, there's the watermelon portal. Yep. The Stargate attempts. Yeah, when I said fucking Stargate, it made an actual fucking star out of fried chicken. I think this is the original fried chicken Stargate. No, that's not the fried chicken Stargate. It was this one. Yeah, that was the original fried chicken Stargate, but we're going to make it a lot better. I do like the basketball hoop at the top. That's going to stay in the final version when we get there. Yep, we're going back. All of this was all generated just for these fucking 2 minutes. Yep, the fucking terrifying. And like the Nux clip at the end of his trailer where he's doing the thing, that's 3 separate clips that I spliced together. Okay, where's the original car one? We're going. Oh, yeah, the the Scorpions. I can't keep this because obviously way too many arms, but the Scorpions, those are going to be an enemy, I think. Okay, we're going. Yeah, here we go.
Witness me!
Yeah, no, it's Witness Me. It's fucking. It's yeah, it's great. Okay, Jasiva, if you haven't, go watch it, and you'll understand some of the references. It's actually really good. You need to watch Mad Max 1 first. I mean, yeah, but honestly, Fury Road kind of stands on its own. It's not terrible. Yeah, so this is gonna be a mash of Mad Max meets Indiana Jones meets Duke Nukem. That's kind of where we're going with it. The only non-Duke Nukem-y part is the I don't know if we're gonna do the love interests or the girls, but that's kind of the vibes. Excuse me. That's kind of the vibes that we're going for. Yeah, the scene where he's that one's gonna be fun to expand on. It's gonna get wild. He's probably gonna skip through that, baby. I don't know, but we're gonna do some shit. He should fight Burnt Peanut. No, Burnt Peanut. Peanut does not deserve to be fought by the Menace crew. If anything, he would join the Menace crew. He would fight against other idiots. So yeah, okay, we are looking good. We have the intro done now, or I'm sorry, we have the opening done. Now we need to get the intro. So, all right, we're back to looking at what we're gonna do. Either I take the already generated Nux opening that we have, and yeah, it's gonna stay out of there because the love interest is gonna stay out of there. So really no need. Every dude should watch every Mad Max in order to keep their dude union card. I don't know. I mean, the thing is, like the first one was great. The second one was okay. The Thunderdome was one of them really made me mad because it was like, man, this is too fucking stupid. It was like in like Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, where you have the lady that wouldn't shut the fuck up and the little annoying Asian kid that wouldn't shut the fuck up, and they made the movie a lot worse to enjoy. Like it was a fine enough movie, but man, those two characters certainly made that very irritating. So it was one of the Mad Maxes that was like that. I forget which one. Maybe that was 3. Have I tried WAN 2.2 AI? I don't know if I've done 2.2. I've done 2.1. I'll look into it though. I'll see what I can find. Throwaway shot of Muppets and Max. Oh, and Mex. Towards the end, after the victory, yeah, I think we can do that. Am I switching to Chad Nux forever or no? No, that is his second form, his Super Jew form that he uses when shit needs to get done. That's serious, and then when things get super serious, he goes to a third form, which I'm not going to reveal what that is. So yeah, he's staying as his little fucking goblin creature for now. Okay. So have the golems been worked into the script yet? Nope, haven't done it yet. Crystal Skull was awful. The first and the Last Crusade were both awesome. Yeah, those were the only two good Indiana Jones movies as far as I'm concerned. The rest of them just are kind of whatever. And then Temple of Doom was the reason why we have PG-13 now. So yeah, this is Google Labs. Yep, this is using, or that was Veo that I was using. So right now we need to think about the intro. Do we do title splash, or do we do the or do we do like an actual intro sequence and generate a short song for that that's about 1.5 minutes or so? Or yeah, I don't know which one to do. Because the James Bond intro for the Tectone episode was only a James Bond intro of the full song, just because that is exactly what fucking James Bond movies are, is you have that entire song right there at the beginning. But I don't know if it really makes sense here, or if we just do like some music stings and have the title reveal. Go into the phone line? No, we don't need to go into the phone line. Like, it's a decent enough idea, but I don't know what I want to do. Anime opening with kick-ass music would be great. So Chaos, the Jew music is going to be later on. The intro and the theme, I think, needs to be standalone. Yeah, I can just use the entire trailer and put that in there. Or we can use that song and use everything that was in there and generate new things that he does. Well, what do you mean, Goldfinger? We can't really. What will we do with it? Like that he has a Goldfinger, or that's his name, is that he's Goldfinger? Because we can't call it Goldfinger. Just so you know, because that's not very Jewish. It would be Goldfinger Steen or Goldfinger Berg. Didn't somebody do a Yiddish song? Yeah, no. Like we have stuff for all the Jew portions, but we're talking about we want a fantastic, either a fantastic intro song or a great just musical sting that's just right there that shows the title of the episode. That's what we're really going for. Finger Goldstein. Keep the sharp punching scene for the intro. Just riffing on Bond themes in the background. Oh, yeah. Goldfingerberg sounds funny. Okay, so let's see if we do this. Okay, let's go here. Give me a second. Videos. Okay, we can just put this in here. Okay, hold on. Hear me out. Their eyes are blinking. I think it was Tech was using his cheats. Yeah, I don't know. That was just weird and wild. Yeah, we can't do James Bond anymore because we already did that. The Bond bad guy thing we could probably do for Elon. All right, so here's what I'm thinking, right? So we have this.
Oy vey.
Better be important. I got a stream to do.
Right, I'm thinking we do the actual intro here, right? So we have all of that, and then we get towards the end. And then instead of cutting to this screen, instead, we cut to a CGI, just like explosion of the name of the episode. That's what I'm thinking. A XXX style intro. Let's see. Yeah, the transition is great, and so okay, here's what we're gonna stick with it for now. We're gonna stick with it for now. Let's see, let's do fast, or let's keep it at quality. Let's try and get a one thing out. We're gonna just make something happen. Epic retro wave action movie title reveal of with a subtitle of a journey beyond reality. All right, let's see what we can come up with so that we can have the title sequence, and so that instead of going here, we have the actual official just title appear, because it's a pretty good fucking trailer, or a pretty good intro. I'm probably going to change the fight scene a little bit, because to me, so there's this. So I'm thinking we cut from here to about here, so we come up with another scene that happens. I don't know what that's gonna be yet, but oh, I know exactly what that's gonna be. Hold on, give me a second. Here, boom. Videos. It's not in videos. Where the fuck is it? Da, 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 da. Yeah, it was here. I'm trying to think of how to splice it. Hold on. I need something else. Let me see. What else do I have? 1 second. What else do I have? Okay, we can take this. That works a lot better. Okay, we're doing good. I'm going to bike looking sick with when the ankle isn't off, or is it drifting? I don't know, we'll figure it out. What time is it in the U.S.? It is currently 10:44 in the morning Central Time. It's good because it plays to the old school commando. Okay, so then let's see what we generated. Okay, I mean, hey, that's a decent enough. Scene is a hold on, I need to get the Nux description. Let's go back to flow, open up another, go here, because I forgot to save the Nux description. Give me a second. Is a sunset in the desert with hold on. I have an idea. I have a concept. With Nux leaning against a Mad Max style muscle car, loading a shotgun on the right side of the screen. All right, let's see if we can do that and not have this fucking digital bullshit. Or not digital bullshit, but that fucking retro wave bullshit. Let's see if we can get away from that. Yeah, I don't want to have... So the reason why... Max, the reason why I'm not doing Lore of Nuxanor, it's not my song. It's not my content. I want to do all of my shit with my own content. I want everything to be mine so that I don't have to rely on anything. I don't want any copyright claims or whatever. I would just want everything to all be of my own imagination. So what is that? Oh, that's Tina. Alright, once this generates, we'll put it together and we'll have our intro and we'll see how it looks. The other thing too is that I have the ability to do it, so like why not? Well, see, the thing is he can't copyright anything. It's not named Kanye, it's Con-Ye. And just because someone's name in there doesn't mean, you know, it's spelled different.
Ketamine Dreenin.
Okay, that okay, that one's decent. That one's good. Okay, those all kind of work. Nope. Nope. Again, don't worry about the audio. The audio doesn't fucking matter. That's too covered. Okay. So I'm thinking this top left one or this bottom right one. 1 or 2. 1 or 2. I'm going to play 1 really quick. So that's 1, and then this is 2. Again, the audio is not going to be there. It's going to be the actual song. Do 1? Okay, we'll do 1. All right, we'll go here, here, here. Come on, let me fucking change it. Okay, I'll have the song play out just a little bit longer, too, and then it'll fade out in the next scene. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let's watch. Let's see the changes. Let's make sure it works. Oop. Here we go.
Oy vey.
Better be important. I got a stream to do.
Conquer the world from the digital underground, and from my throne I control the ketamine. A legacy power with my army of mountain Jews. When they meet me, they scream, witness me. Ketamine crusader, my hunger grows stronger. My spirit can't be contained. The prophecy, the inbox I must obtain, and stop the fifth right from coming again.
Perfect. And then it'll extend just a little bit, so then we can get into the first scene and it'll fade. All right. Excellent. Excellent. I think that works. That plane scene is ridiculous as fuck. Oh yeah, no, it's supposed to be as over the top, just crazy as possible. So yeah, that's fucking great. The changes kill that, like right here where it isn't, you don't see like this. That was just a lot of dead air, so that's why I was like, okay, let's change that. So that made it flow a lot better. I wish I would have had that, but hey, I made that fucking trailer at 3 a.m. in like 30 minutes, so well, more like 45, let's be real. So yeah, I thought that worked. This transition, let's fade. Oh no, let's not do that. Let's fade it just a hair. Hold on. Okay. That works a lot better. All right, and then we'll extend it out. And then this is where it'll fade from about there. And then this will get replaced with the next scene. Boom, we're good. Holy fuck. Okay. So that is our... Gentlemen, let me tell you. That is just our intro. So what I'm going to do now, we're going to look at our document. And we're going to go whoop. All right. And now we got all of this. And then this to flesh out. This is great. Hold on, let's see. We're gonna have to change this. Fuck. All right, we'll figure this out. We'll figure out what this looks like. We'll do something with it. I don't know what I want to do yet. I'm gonna need to think. I need to think on how I want to make this happen. So yeah, we have the Nox is gonna be at the Menace Crew HQ, and Tectone's gonna give him shit for being freaky as fuck. Because that did actually happen, and so now we need to get that. We need, yeah. I just need to think about where I want to go from here and how I want to start the actual episode. I think it'll be because I don't want to have the whole like talking on the phone thing is a real pain in the dick to do. So what I'll probably end up doing, I'm just spitballing here. Don't have a firm idea, right? I'm trying to think. Yeah, we forgot the wallet phone. It's okay. It's fine. I'm trying to think of where we want to go. And I think that instead of doing a phone conversation, it's going to be Nux leaving to go to a temple to talk to a rabbi. Or actually, no, he's going to a bank. He has to go to a bank. Or, no, he's going to KFC. Yeah, what the fuck am I even talking about? He's going to go to KFC, so he's going to be like gathering his shit to go to KFC. And he, oh my God. All right. Hear me out. I just had a thought, and it was completely unintentional of what I was setting up. Completely unintentional of what I was setting up. It's not a bank called KFC. They're going to go to KFC, and they're going to KFC because the K box, F box, and C box. So it's all right there. Now, what they're going to go to KFC, And the reason why he's going to go into the Popeyes with a shotgun is because it's the competing intelligence agency to the Menace crew and the KFC people. That's what it's going to be. So to get information, he's going into the Popeyes. I only put it in the trailer because I thought it was funny, just to shit on that because it was funny. But yeah, I just had that thought. They're going to be going into the KFC to fight. I think that's what we can do. So they're going to go to KFC still because that's where I set that up in the Tectone episode as like their secret underground layer. Asmongold is the one that runs the McDonald's, and so he's in charge of that. But their real thing that they secretly run behind the scenes is a KFC. Okay. I think that's what we're gonna do. Okay. Well, let me think about it for a bit, and I'll come up with what we want to do. Because that'll be really good. I'm just trying to think. Okay, so we're gonna change this. Nux is walking out of the McDonald's when Tectone makes fun of Nux for being freaky. Nux makes fun of him being bald because that would happen. Nux goes to KFC to speak with the rabbi in charge about why he was called, learns about the N-Box being taken by the new Nazi party. That's going to be rough to get generated audio-wise, but we'll do it. Told he... Oh, that's right. Hold on. The rabbi... Rabbi is Rabbi McGoldsteinberg. Yep. And so learns about the N-Box. Told he needs to transform in order to take on this new threat. Is told a special portal is opened to okay, hold on. Okay. Told about how the Jews have been ravaged by the N-Box holders, must be contained. Fifth Reich, last known location was Africa, Akon City. Inadequate. Let's not do that. We don't need that yet. We don't need that. Let's change that. We're making adjustments as we go through it. Told you should transform, and told to go to Mount Sinai in order to transform. Nux is intimidated, but agrees. He's not intimidated by McGoldsteinberg. He's intimidated by having to go to Mount Sinai. He jumps into the Jew tunnel and goes to Mount Sinai. And then we do all of that. Okay. How do we feel about that? I think that's good. King, hey man, later. Trip Tech, you really don't know what the unbox means? I mean, if you really don't, then I'm sorry. You haven't been on the internet long enough. Nux could hand a kippa. Yeah, that would be funny. Does Menace Crew know about Nux's Super Jew forum? No, they do not. Brondo, yes, we can do that. Chaos, that's a good idea. I like that. Underground Chamber of Secrets, maybe. Yeah, Kathy, it's not kosher fried chicken. It's still Kentucky Fried Chicken, but it's a special KFC that is after the K box, the F box, and the C box. Hopefully, people will start to understand that. We'll get there. But yeah, I think this will be good. Elon's Boring Company, Be Near Tunnel. Kanita, that would work, but the problem is that his second form is going to kind of stay as it is. His third form, we can do that. We'll see what we can do. But the Boring Company, I think at the end we can have a tie-in with the Boring Company where Elon has been using it in order to extend the Black Israelite tunnels, and he's been the one that continues to expand the train network. I think that would work. Canito, well, I mean, yeah, using safe terms for the boxes, then yes. Yes. But if we use a little bit of our thinking thoughts and go into some very crude place, I'm fairly certain that we could figure out what's in there. Also, I like that Hazard. I didn't even think about that. That's a great idea. That's also great. So KFC is addictive because the chicken has ketamine, fent, and cocaine. That is amazing. Let's see. Yeah, nothing has to make any sort of sense. See, and that's the great thing about not explicitly saying what the boxes stand for, even though we can all guess what each one stands for. The reason that I didn't explicitly say what they are is because they stand for anything that starts with K, F, C, or N. So that's kind of why I went with that. I think that was an idea that came after I made the boxes, just because it was funny. Originally, they did intend. I was going to have them be the original meaning, but I wanted to kind of throw a wrench in it. So yeah, okay. I think this is good. I think we're doing some pretty good work here. Yeah, let me think a little bit more about what I want to do in the direction of all of this and how I want to do things. Ants, I do think that him looking into Tecton's bald head as a crystal ball would be funny. But I don't. We already have the power of true N sight. So power of true N sight. That he gets by drinking ancient grape drink from fossilized or from crystal watermelon. So we already get that later on. So I don't know if we want to have two methods of telling the future. Or we can have that at the end so that they can discover who the true enemy is. We'll see. Go through Cracker Barrel. No, Cracker Barrel is the original location of the C box. Yeah, Adam. Yeah. Yeah. Not your average X format a lot. Okay, I'll think about it. Sounds like a good cliffhanger. Yeah, well, I mean, the cliffhanger is seeing the ultimate evil person for the N box, which is Elon Musk. So that's going to be a thing. Okay, all right. I think with that, I'm going to finish my breakfast. And then I'm going to go check on my daughter and see how she's feeling. I know she's asleep right now after she threw up. So I'm going to go do that. I will be back on tonight at 7 p.m. CST. And then we're going to go for a while to finish it all out. But yeah, I do got to go take care of that. Otherwise, we'd be going for a while. So let me think about this some more. Let me figure all that out. But yeah, 7 p.m. tonight, we will continue working on this. I greatly appreciate everybody being here, as always. The best way to support me and what I do is going to be themenacecrew.com. That has all links to support if you guys choose to do so. However, the best way to support is to share any of my content that would give somebody in your life a laugh, share some joy, share some happiness. The most important thing you can do is laugh and have fun, especially when things are down. As somebody that is in a pretty fucking horrible spot, just saying, for me, being able to laugh relieves a lot of the pressure. It doesn't take away the fact that things are fucking shit and things are going to look real bad within the next 30 days, but laughter always helps and takes away the helps a bit. So, 7 p.m. CST. I will post on X when I am live. All socials should be there, otherwise they're on YouTube. But with that, have a fantastic rest of your morning/afternoon, and I will see you this evening. Have a great rest of your day. See you in a bit.